Hi, my name is Idris. I'm going to be your health and wellness coach today. What's your name and what brings you here today?
So my name's Sebastian, and basically, since the COVID, I've been trying to find a gym, not really a gym, but I want to find alternatives in a way to stay healthy because I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight that I packed on due to this whole COVID and pandemic and staying in.
Okay, that sounds great. It sounds like you have an idea of what you want to do. So first, I always ask, do you know what a health and wellness coach is?
Not too much. I'm assuming that it's something to do with bettering myself, but I don't really know the whole gist of it.
So a health and wellness coach is somebody who basically is going to be help to support you and help I'm going to be a guide to you to help with your health goals, your wellness goals. So of course I'm going to be able to help you in your journey in, getting access to gyms and losing weight, but I'm going to be there to give you more of a holistic approach. I'm not so a personal trainer, but somebody who will help you in every single aspect. I have a lot of tools that I can offer to you. I have a lot of experience and tips. So I think I should be able to give you a very general and holistic approach catered to your scenario.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out ways that on the same time trying to stay healthy, but at the same time also lose weight. So because I've recently been eating a lot more, and since everything's been closed because of COVID, I haven't been doing that much physical activity, which has gained me to lift my weight up a little bit.
Understood. That's totally understandable. I know that COVID can be a very difficult time with this. I know it's impacted myself as well. So I get what you're going through. So first, what I want to introduce to you is that before we get started with our sessions and after our introductories, I want to introduce to you something that I call a welcome packet. So this is going to be a tool that I use in my coaching sessions, and it's basically going to help you with introducing what your problem is, kind of gauging where you're at mentally and health wise. So this will be kind of help me direct you towards your specific goals, where you need to address in what areas you're lacking in, what areas you feel that you don't need that much help in. So this will help us in more directing us towards getting towards our goal more efficiently and in a more successful manner. So do you think this is something that you would be interested in? And do you think you could complete this by the next time we have our coaching session?
100%. I think that'd be really cool. How often would you say we have to meet up?
So it totally depends on you. It depends on the client because for the most part, you're the boss in this scenario, and I'm supposed to be there to help you. I'm supposed to be here, someone as to guide you. So everything that we do is based on your kind of what your needs are and what you feel that is necessary to address at the time. I'm just here to help guide you to those ways. I'm here to kind of be a supporter to you, and from my knowledge and experience, I'm going to be able to guide you to these specific goals. Now, one thing that I wanted to ask you is that with your specific problem, what have you tried previously? So have you addressed this problem at all? Have you done anything that's kind of worked for you, or have you just kind of not done any progress towards reaching and obtaining this goal of losing weight, kind of finding in a different manner of getting exercise because of the COVID pandemic? Have you done anything?
So the only thing that I've done is gone outside for some walks, but to me, I find that a little boring, and I want to do something a little different. But I do get winded very fast. Regarding my diet, though, I have been eating not to the best of my ability, and I know that I've been snacking on unhealthy foods at night, and the result of that is me staying up all night. Probably I don't fall asleep till 1 or 2 in the morning.
Okay, that's understandable. I'm getting a kind of gauge of what you're doing at the moment and your progress with your goals. So, one thing that I would say is that as a health and wellness coach, I'm kind of here to help you with a lifestyle change. I don't want to just have this as a kind of small task that we do, and then once you're done, you kind of forget about all the information that I gave you and move on to the next task. I wanted to make this maybe have these goals and incorporate it into your lifestyle and so that you can always be reminded of it and that you can make your wellness overall a change within your lifestyle so you're productive. Is this something that you would be open to? Do you have any problems in regarding to it's going to be difficult to have these goals within your lifestyle? Do you work any specific jobs? How would you be comfortable? Are you comfortable with doing this?
I am. I'm definitely open for changing. I'm a little nervous on how the starting would be, just because I haven't never had a health and wellness coach. So I would love to see that approach. Um, I technically do work out of home, and the problem is though, me sitting down all day, I don't really get much. I actually the only thing that I've tried is to change the way I sit instead of a chair on a ball on a yoga elliptic ball, but that doesn't seem to work, which has been hurting my back as well, I would assume.
Okay, understood. Okay, great. So for one, I would love to introduce some ideas to you. I have some knowledge in kind of the health field. I exercise very often, but first, before I would do anything and before I'd give you any kind of medical or health advice, I would please advise you to see your physician or your doctor. I also have a nutritionist on board with me. So before there's any medical advice, I just want to get you cleared by a doctor to make sure I'm able to give you some sort of advice and to make sure that you have no diseases, you have no previous injuries that could be of problematic to you. So I would first advise you to please do that. And then I would also like to ask you, I would first just like to ask for your permission. Would you be comfortable with me giving you these kind of tips, these kind of health tips and tips in kind of gaining access to a gym and in terms of physical activity?
No, 100%. I would definitely love that. I'm trying to figure out as well, how long do you think it would take so to achieve the goal that I'm trying to achieve of losing weight and trying to live a more active lifestyle?
Okay, great. So one thing that I would like to do from now is reflecting upon what you have stated in regards to your lifestyle and the changes you've made. I would say that one thing that you can do in order to incorporate into this to your lifestyle is I would say you can do things such as after work, once you're done from your 9 to 5 per se, you can participate in activities such as calisthenics. So calisthenics, what I'm going to introduce to you is something like it's moving with body weight activity. So you can just go to a simple park, you can go to a pull-up bar, just use kind of these tools because obviously now the gyms are closed because of the COVID pandemic, and you can exercise there. So you can do pull-ups, you can do push-ups, you can run as often as you'd like. And this is just a way to basically increase your physical activity and make sure that you're keeping healthy within this. And for your nutritional aspect, obviously we have the nutritionist on board that you can reference, but some things that I can suggest to you, and you gave me your permission to kind of give you this information and give you some advice. So I would say you can involve some healthy snacks and you can bring some things to work instead of maybe your chips and your cookies. You could bring healthy snacks such as apple slices, maybe some vegetables on the side, some carrot sticks, and this could be maybe of use in towards helping reach your goal.
Now, what do you think about sleep, even though I've been sleeping really late, which I think affects me to eat late at night?
So I could say that this sleep problem is can be contributing and maybe problematic towards reaching your goals. I know that I personally recommend a minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep because this will help in impacting your kind of your nutritional habits later in the day, and it will also impact your energy levels. So one thing that I would suggest is that maybe based on looking at your lifestyle, and if you're very tired, I would make sure to sleep earlier within the day. Do you know of anything, do you have any bad habits within your kind of daily life or your lifestyle that you would say that is impacting your sleep schedule?
I would just stress from my job because we have different deadlines that we're supposed to meet.
Okay. Okay, understood. Now, what do you think that you could do, because I'm trying to, collaborate with you on these issues. What do you think you could do moving forward, and how could you do this in order to kind of eliminate those specific problems in regards to your sleep? Because again, I'm trying to address one issue here where then it could kind of impact your overall goal and it could help reach your goals of losing weight and kind of be having enough energy to go to these gyms later on. Is there anything
So
you
I would like to basically my main focus too, regarding maybe that can take away from the stress, is getting more adequate sleep. And I think you were right. I think the foods that I'm consuming have an effect on basically the way I think, the way I process things, and the way my body reacts towards certain scenarios.
Okay, that's great to hear. So we're just getting some of the kind of we're spitting out some ideas over here, and that's great between me and you because we're kind of addressing our lifestyle that we can help impact with our specific goals. So I asked you the kind of the what and the when. So I want to ask now, where and I want to ask again, when could you participate in these physical activities? Do you know a place that you could go to to help with this physical activity during the COVID pandemic? Is there a park that's near you? And how are you going to be able to do these activities? Will you have enough energy to do them?
I There's actually a park in my neighborhood that I can try to go to after work. And if I stay more motivated with you on my side, I think I can attack the goal of trying to lose weight and find a recreational place where I can be open and stay healthy.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. So you kind of are addressing some of the issues at the moment. I'm glad that you have thought of the possibilities of doing this. So one thing that I also wanted to address to you is that I hope you're understanding my goals in regards to that I'm not a personal trainer, but I'm just giving you these options. I have a lot of tools that I can use later in our coaching sessions that we can help direct this more towards our goals. So we can do a checklist that I can give you every week and you can kind of check off these things. I want to make sure that I'm also invoking positive thoughts with you because a lot of the time when you're reaching towards these goals, it can be kind of demoralizing or it can not happen in the certain order or kind of rapid rate that you would like. So I would also just like to maybe address your inner gremlin. This is something that can maybe that some clients have sometimes that invokes negative thoughts within them. But I just want to make sure and always let you know that I'm available for you and I'm here to support you not only as your professional health and wellness coach, but I'm also here to talk to you as a friend. So you can help me. I can help you in any sort of way. And if you need anything, I am open to this. So I work usually for the first session, I work for 1 hour with the health and for my client. And we have a baseline and we have a long talk. And then from then on, it depends on the client on how they want to speak to their coach. So this can be 30-minute sessions weekly. This can be a more sessions throughout the week. So maybe there's 15-minute sessions throughout the week. It's totally dependent upon you. And I'm also open to doing things during this COVID time, such as virtual sessions. We could do phone calls, we could do Zoom calls, or we could do in person and with mask. It's totally up to you. So
Okay.
are you comfortable with this? I'm throwing a lot of information with you. I want to make sure that you're okay with these options that I'm giving you. And if you have any options, you can totally give them to me. And I would love to think about them and I can get back to you.
I think everything sounds perfect.
Okay, perfect. That's great to hear. Now, when would you be able to first work in our coaching session? And by then, you would obviously complete your welcome and wellness packet. So, when would you like to meet first, and how often would you like to meet?
I would like to meet probably 3 days a week, and I'm available this upcoming week.
Okay, that sounds great. I can definitely have some tools ready for you in our first session. And I really look forward to working with you in the future and helping you kind of reach towards these goals of losing weight and kind of finding obtaining physical activity during this COVID time. So it was great talking to you, Sebastian, and I'll speak to you in the next upcoming week. Have a great day.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Idris.